Oh, shoot. I still have this set up. Okay, there we go. Hi. Let's see. Is anyone even here? Oh, shit. Shut up. I can't tell yet. I think so. I don't know. Let me refresh that. Hi. Oh, sorry. I don't have my microphone near my mouth. Hi, everyone. Hi, Renelle. How are you? I want to just give it a couple more minutes because I stumbled across something very interesting today and I wanted to share it with everyone. So, let's see. All right, now there's more people here. Hi to everyone here watching who's not commenting. Hi. How was everyone's? What was today? Monday? I was right. It was Monday. I had a great Monday though. I had a really good Monday. I went to work today, but it was a really good day at work. Oh, and babies. Oh, your grandchild's wide awake. She had a late nap. Sure. Rub it in, Renelle. Rub it in. I had there's a table at work last week or so, and an older woman just walking around with like, I don't know, the baby had been like maybe 1 or 2 months old, probably about 2 months old. And, and I'm like, oh, how cute, how cute. And she's like, it's my third grandchild. I'm like, your third? She's like, yeah. She's like, I just retired so I can stay home and, and watch her for her daughter and everything. I was like, oh, I wanted that life. I wanted that life so bad. But still, at last, here we are. The one who I would be totally cool with if they were to become a parent is not seeing anyone. The one who I'd be like, about if they were to become a parent is still too young and not seeing anyone. And the one who I'd be like, oh, hell no, you're too young, is still not seeing anyone. So I'm never going to become, no, I'm kidding. It'll happen, I'm sure. And you're begging for them to have the second. That's awesome, though. Honestly, I just hope my kids meet someone. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm full of shit. I can't take the nice road on that. I want grandkids. I do. I'm going to be selfish there and say I want them. I can't make them happen, but I can say I want them. So, anyway, okay. So I'm just going to get to it. Hey, Gracella, how are you? I know I didn't give anyone much of a notice. I came home a little late from work, later than I intended, and it took me a little while to get motivated. So it was a good night at work, but I was still tired. I am still tired, but made a cocktail. Doesn't taste all that great, but it's serving its purpose. So yeah. Anyway. Hey, J. Marie. How are you? All right, so anyone who's followed Katie Joy just at all recently, but especially if you followed her for quite some time, you will have noticed that the engagement on her profiles or on her profiles on various platforms starts off pretty normal, but then it gets a little crazy. Like all of a sudden there will be all of these accounts that have like no followers, are following no one or very little amount of people, have no posts, will have some generic ass profile pic like a cat, a dog, or fish, or a flower or something. And they will say the most ridiculous things, like how much they love Katie Joy's insightful reporting or some shit like that. And, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, that's what some of these accounts say. And then if you go like on Instagram, for example, if you click on the account to look at the profile, these profiles are all private. So you can't even see anything. But not like there's much to see because there's, like I said, no posts. But there's one option you can do a little bit of is on every platform, whether it's or every profile, whether it's private or not, you click on about this profile and you'll get a drop down menu that comes up and it will tell you how many times that menu or that profile has changed their username. It won't tell you what the previous usernames were, sadly, but it will tell you how many times they've changed it. And normally, I mean, everyone changes their name maybe once or twice, over some time. I mean, I've done that. I've done that on Facebook even. Well, I've changed the URL anyways, not so much my name, but a lot of people do. So once or twice is no big deal, especially if it's over like a couple year period of time or whatever. But when you start seeing like a dozen changes in like 2 years, yeah, it's not like normal. I mean, most people don't do that for no reason, you know. So that's where you'll see a lot of these accounts now, especially when she starts getting sued. Basically, it's like almost like this backup, this anonymous, unidentifying backup appears when she needs it the most. But what if I told you that there's one platform where it seems that these accounts have yet to kind of bum rush? What if I told you that there's one platform where you can look at her shit and everything it seems to be like actually organic engagement? And what if I told you that seemingly organic engagement was completely different than what you see on Instagram, for example? You'd be like, you probably said there's like, well, no shit, Aaron. But yeah, let me show you what I found. So we've all heard of Threads, I'm sure. Well, like, Katie Joy probably much like myself and a lot of other people, I think, when Threads came to be and it was connected to Instagram, you were at least one time offered to create an account. You just sign up through your Instagram account, and then anytime you post to one or the other or whatever, everything can show up on both platforms. So Katie Joy, much like myself and probably a lot of other people, did this and just completely forgot about it. Because that's what appears to have happened here. But there's a lot more people on Threads now than there was way back when. Now here, let me change that a little. Let me format. There we go. Oh, it's because I'm not using my avatar. Now I don't really look like an LP. I don't know if I like that now. So anyway, this is Threads. Now, if I go here and click on her replies, she did reply in Threads, but the last reply she made on Threads was 7/17/23. So we're talking like a good year and a half ago. So I think that she just likely forgot all about Threads. Anyway, because she has a link to her Instagram, all of her Instagram posts show up on Threads, which means all the people who are active on Threads can comment on her posts on Threads. And it's quite telling. This one here only has like 3 comments, so this one's not that big of a deal. So going now, thanks for the tip. I'll check it out. Okay. Oh, sorry, I hit my remote. I don't care about Sister Wives. I'm not pulling that up. Oh, there's no comments. Anyways, but this one here, from a day ago, Justin Baldoni and his studio Wayfair employees were not invited to the official after party for a film that he financed, owned, and directed. Blake Lively showed up in a pink Versace dual mini dress. At the premiere, Blake wore a $10,000 vintage Versace dress. The headlines from the night were, Blake was a real-life Barbie. Blake was hoping to make the film into the next Barbie. Sadly, the event was partially financed by Wayfair, and the studio was not invited. That is a pretty dress. I don't care what anyone says. I wouldn't pay 10 grand for it, but, anyway. So click on this one here. Let's check out what these comments say. This one here says, you do realize she doesn't own this dress, right? Most celebrities do not own the clothes they wear to awards and premieres. They team up and collaborate on a piece, and the designer uses them as advertising. But if the amount of money is your concern, Baldoni still made millions more than anyone else. Also, she didn't, quote, hope to make the film into the next Barbie because of the strikes and Baldoni knowingly giving Blake and her newborn COVID without her consent. There were delays. This one here says, no hate, but it looks terrible on her. I think it's the color and the fit. Yeah, that is a weird fit, I think, on anybody, but still. Did Blake write the invites herself? Who didn't invite him or them? That's who you should be targeting. Someone says, that's what I'm saying. They need to look into the event organizer, the after party, because I'm sure it wasn't Blake. Someone says, can't stand this woman. She is very beautiful and very evil, I think they meant to say. Someone says, after 3 nose jobs, who wouldn't be? Well, why would they be evil after 3 nose jobs? Someone says, too bad she waited until after the movie to get back in shape. The clown outfits did nothing for her post-4th baby body. That's fucked up. The clown outfits part was funny, but the rest of it's fucked up. No shame here, except for ridiculous wardrobe she demanded. This person here says, I'm just really sad for Justin and his team, especially Justin, who worked so hard, not only to get the book on big screen, but to make it as close to the book as possible. And for that to all be taken from him is just fucked up. To which I have to ask a question. Well, how was it taken from him? Because last I knew, it was still his movie studio or whatever that produced the film and released it. It's still his company that's collecting the profit from the film. So I'm not sure. I don't know what they mean by stole. I don't understand. He still has the rights to it, right? I mean, obviously, if he's collecting on it. Anyway, just imagine if Blake Lively was to not push this much hate. She'd probably have eventually gotten what she wanted, because Justin seems like he was barely pushing back. Yeah, why was that? I'm glad that narcissistic people like Blake and Amber Heard, who just want more and more and more and more, are never satisfied. This person here says, Karma is real, people. She's just waiting behind the scenes, ready to start in Lively. Just tell us you don't understand the Dharmic traditions. I don't know what that means. Christina here says, I don't ever remember Barbie practically popping out of her tiny outfits. That's G.I. Jane right there, Temu Barbie. Oh, that's fucked up. Temu is a great site. I have bought many things on there. Plus, you can win free stuff by playing their games. Now, that's a total, like, I don't want to say bot account comment, but that's definitely a paid account. Not by Katie, by Temu. She looks like a streetwalker. Cheap. She got a lot of skin for sponging off other people. Let's see. Drop the pick me mindset. It's 2005. Drop the pick me mindset. 1. Blake has money. If she wanted to buy a $10,000 dress, so be it. More than likely, though, it was probably borrowed to her by the designer to wear for the event. Keep being jealous, though. 2. Headlines are gospel on this page, I see. Interesting choice. 3. I see strength in these images. People are capable of having feelings and still getting a job done. A premiere is a part of the job. Obviously, she's going to look like she's enjoying herself. This dress looks like a cross between a corset and a nightgown. I like that look, though. This dress cost $10,000 is the most unbelievable part. Yes, I agree with that. Just not seeing the very distraught after sexual harassment on set vibe. This person says, that's because you don't understand mental health or trauma. Oh, God, I hate her. Thanks for letting us know. Who was the first person who taught you how to hate strangers? Don't reply me if you know your brain cells are dead. Wow, okay. Okay. But comments, I'm even more baffled that so many of the general public are so invested in this. Wow. Yeah, I can't argue with that, man. And I'm just as guilty. I know. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next comment, because there's a lot of posts here. We're going to go on to the next post and see the comments. This here is the post that she put up. She shared a comment from her YouTube page, and it says, Katie knows about being a sexual harassment, quote, victim. She's a perceptual one. Katie then says, perpetual is the word you are thinking of, not perceptual. But also this attempt to discredit me won't work. To which I have to disagree. I have to argue this. I think the person meant maybe both. Like she's perpetually the perceptual victim, or vice versa, whatever. Anyway, the comments here. No one has to discredit you. Your full time and career is trying to bring down a woman who has no idea that you exist. You're as big a loser as it gets. Laura here says, damn, how many of you were hired and paid for these stupid comments? Hashtag Team Justin. This person says, hating on a woman who is beautiful and successful makes you look jealous. No one needs to discredit you. You're doing a good job at that on your own. Success from stealing other people's work really isn't success, is it? Kimmy here says, I read through your comments and all I keep asking myself, if he or she will have the decency to apologize to you and others after Blakey loses or settles out of court with the apology Justin so richly deserves. Nicole says, since he doesn't deserve one, no. There you go. Kimmy says, please get ready to eat some crow in a few weeks or months. She will have to settle and apologize. No, she won't. I mean, she can choose to settle, but she doesn't have to apologize. Pet says, you're obsessed, girl. Get a life. Sarah says, you damn right we are obsessing. Bullies have to start losing. It just has to be this way. And that's how it is going down. The public, or we the people, run this biatch now. The Bagel Daddy, I like that name, says, oh, honey, get a fucking life and worry about something that actually matters, not these parasocial relationships you have with celebrities. You're not an advocate for anything. This person says, in order to discredit you, you would first have to have a minimum amount of credit, and you don't. This bitch here says, is everything okay at home? Have you heard about vibrators? I didn't read that one before. It's funny. She definitely sounds like someone who is not having orgasms. Oh my god, that was funny. This person says, look at how clever everyone is in these comments. If you're going to attack someone, at least try to say something different from the same bullet point list you're all reading from. If it's on the same bullet point reading list, then what would be so different about it? How can they try to say something different from that list? They would have to say something different off that list, right? Not from that same list. Okay. Anyway. Janie says, I find it rather funny that you claim that you're the seeker of truth, yet you posted that picture of Blake smiling at the premiere, saying she couldn't possibly have dealt with severe emotional distress. You don't care about the truth. You care about spreading lies and misinformation. This person here says, first off, it is perceptual, not perpetual. The definition of perpetual does not fit with the sentence. Check your dictionary or Google. It's not that hard. And secondly, you try to gain attention by hating on women. As a woman, your behavior is gross and very telling as to what kind of person you truly are. I want to look up those definitions. I never even thought to do that. I thought I knew what they meant. Maybe not. Okay. So perceptual means relating to the ability to interpret or become aware of something through the senses. A patient with perceptual problems who cannot judge distances. Relating to the way people interpret and understand what they see or notice. Okay, so then perpetual. Never ending or changing. I mean, all right. So my understanding, I think, for myself, anyways, remains the same. I thought that both words could apply. Occurring repeatedly, so frequent as to seem endless and uninterrupted. I do think that the person meant to write perpetual, though, rather than perceptual. So, anyway. Honey, he's never going to pick you. Are you okay? You seem obsessed. I sincerely hope you get help with your obsessive hate for people. You must live a very sad life. Your obsession with this story is disturbing at minimum. Aw. Did Blake leave a bad comment on your piss poor try hard dipshittery of a YouTube channel? Okay, so now we're going to go to the next one. This one is Ryan Reynolds is currently at home manically drafting his newest lawsuit. Okay. Are there any comments in this? Yeah, there are some. You are fucking sick, dude. Anyone supporting the slop, I highly urge you to Google and research Katie Joy Paulson, aka Without a Crystal Ball. She is regarded as the drama predator of YouTube and now TikTok, basically the YouTube equivalent of Paris Hilton or Perez Hilton. She's been sued by her victims for defamation before, only looking out and the case being dismissed because of discrepancy in venue, aka which court was the right one to file in. She is egregiously problematic. You're the worst kind of pick-me girl, and you haven't answered a single comment since 2023, so I'm going to assume you have nothing of substance to say. See, and that's my point here. If Katie Joy did not delete all kinds of shit comments, all kinds of comments and stuff on her other platforms, and if she didn't have these strange, like anonymous, like nothing accounts posting and commenting all these wonderful things of support and praise for her, this is what her shit would look like. I think that this is what Katie Joy's appreciation organically looks like online, right here in these comments. Now, you can, this isn't whether or not you believe Justin or Blake, whatever. This is just to point out Katie Joy's difference in engagement be amongst this platform here and all of her other platforms for that matter. Not even just one or a few of them. They all have a common theme where she deletes the shit she doesn't want people to read or have to see herself, and she arranges or welcomes the arrangement of these fake supportive, like ass-kissing comments from these accounts. That's the difference, because this is what it looks like for real. This is organic. Katie Joy wants to point out this and that about being organic. Someone's online hate being organic or whatever. Well, the online love Katie displays on her other platforms, that's all manufactured. This here, these feelings are organic, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm going to go check over a chat. I haven't been looking at chat since I started. So, hi, Tax Max Vax Thunderclap. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Lulubi. Go Bagel Daddy. Hi, Kristen Kennel. Up Idaho. Okay. Hi. Do I have that in live chat? No, I don't. Okay. See, Lulubi, I think it's maybe some of these accounts are OGs. I don't know, but I'm sure that some of them are. But I think that it's not that it's new people figuring her out. I'm sure that that's the case for maybe some of the accounts, but I think that this is just what people who have known her, people who just met her, or people who are figuring her out, this is what it would look like if they were allowed to exist on her platforms, as they are. If they were allowed to keep their comments up, if they were not competing with these fake, fraudulent other accounts there for the sole purpose of bolstering Katie Joy's image. I mean, can you imagine? I can't. Oh my God. So I think for the most part, all humans, we all want to be liked. You know what I mean? To various degrees. Like some of us really need it. Some of us would prefer it, but usually our desire to be liked, though, really shows itself with our in real life relationships or interactions with people. When we are physically in the presence of people, this is usually when this desire shows up. Online, I mean, for granted, I have a YouTube channel. So, I mean, like, if you have a YouTube channel and you're doing shit like this, okay, I can understand it. But if you're just an account just commenting, like I've been for years, it's never been that important to me. Like, I didn't want to be rude or an asshole or a bitch or treat people like shit. But if I said something that went against the grain or whatever, or if I said something that was a little snarky and was probably going to be picked up the wrong way, I didn't care so much because it was online. But if I were face to face with him, I would probably word it just a little bit nicer, you know? But if people, because of that, if and when people commented to me like they do on my channel and shit sometimes, very rude things, I don't feel the need to get rid of them. I don't give it a second thought after I turn my head away from my screen, to do something else. I don't worry about it. I don't feel the need to create this community type of image where everyone loves me and supports me on my channel. Can you imagine going to those extremes to give this perception to people? To even, and I can't prove that she's like paying for services like we've read about in this lawsuit or whatever as far as PR goes. I can't prove that. I have nothing to prove that. I have no evidence of this. I can't back up my belief or whatever. But it is my belief that she does pay these types of organizations or whatever to assist her in presenting this bullshit image to the virtual world. Can you imagine wanting that image so badly that's the extremes you go to? That's crazy to me. Like that seems awfully extreme to go to in real life, but I can see caring more about it in real life. It's just crazy. And could you put the comment? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't. Oh, wait, did I take? Yeah, I did take him off. Where's streamer? Okay. Oh wait a minute. That's what I did. I switched over. My bad. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Jesus, you really are a little bit sick, aren't you? You posted nothing but hate. Are you okay? Does your therapist know about this? Do you seriously spend all your time harassing Blake Lively? Are you really just a front for the loser who harassed her? Wow. How are you not supporting this woman? They pay people for smear campaigns, even if they're half-assed like this. You shouldn't be doing this for free. Monetize your toxic obsession. I see, that's the thing. I think she has. My opinion. Can't prove it, but my opinion. You need a new topic. He's never going to sleep with. Okay. What? No one said that. That's a little extreme of a comment. I don't care. I will be unfollowing your account. Justin, is that you? See, and that's the thing. Like, people keep asking, what the fuck kind of dog do you actually have in this fight? I honestly don't get it. And that's the thing. For Katie to go to these extremes, to these lengths, to be this like vicious about it, and this insistent, and this enraged about it. If she's not getting paid, then what the fuck's going on there? Like, that's scary. Like, I would worry. Like, if I were someone she was, focusing on, like Blake Lively or whatever, I would worry about that, I think. Unless she was getting paid for it, then I'd feel a little bit more relaxed, I think. But so hopefully she's at least getting paid for it, so she's not like, a danger to society or something. Anyways, okay, what's the next one? Absolutely no feud at all. Totally best friends. They love working together. Anna Kendrick's look says it all. We feel you. They hate each other. Hope everyone enjoy. Okay. What did I do with that thing? Oh shit, I put it somewhere else, didn't I? I broke my last pair of glasses today, so I can't even wear my glasses to read. Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick, before they walked the red carpet, I think that means carpet, at the SXSW, Another Simple Favor premiere. I just reported on Blake being terrified to walk the carpet as Anna is pissed and never wants to work with her again. You're wrong, Paul Fig says. Okay. You really hate Blake Lively. Anna has her own mind and doesn't want your captions. What is it? And Anna is aware one wrong move and the Baldoni hate will pounce upon her as usual. There is a pattern to Baldoni and his clan of fans. None of what Baldoni, his vile lawyer, Sarowitz, the money does seems to align with advocacy for women. Or seems to align with the Baha'i, I forgot how to pronounce that, faith they believe. These men just seem weird, and Wayfair Studio seems weird. Too many lawsuits and preaching their beliefs that seem not to fit. Now, I don't know anything about this faith or this religion, whatever, and I got nothing against it. I'm not going to talk any shit on it, whatever. But uh, apparently, this faith, though, the religion, the organized religion aspect of this, anyways, is playing a big role in this. Like, that's where I guess a lot of the money is coming from. Like, they're not Scientology big or the Catholic Church big or anything like that. Of course not. But I read somewhere that they were about half as big as Mormonism, whatever that means. I don't know how big Mormonism is, but it seems decent size, I guess. Um, well, one thing's for sure, she gave credit to the director and his movie making, unlike her red carpet for It Ends With Us, where she made it all about herself and her people. This is a clear indicator of the double standards based fame, power, and connections. Clearly, she behaves very differently based on who you are. Justin Baldoni, I saw this Twitter post and I relate with it. Hollywood underbelly is a dirty as it comes. Anna talked all about loving working for Paul because she gets to give input and do the character the way she wants. No problem, because Paul is not going to attack her for it. That is business. Of course, it's business for him, Anna, and everyone in this, but it doesn't change the fact that the striking difference how Blake approached this movie versus the other. Maybe the striking difference is simply between Paul and Justin, just doing the job of being a director. You realize in any profession, experience usually makes you better at your job. But the striking difference of Blake knowing one's a rookie and the other one has reached what? That's a bit much. This one, I read this one earlier. Why so mean to Anna? I'm sure she would rather you post the good pictures of her. I saw a lot of her smiling, but you chose to be critical of her. And that's the thing. This picture is not a hugely flattering one for Anna Kendrick, I don't think. But, well, you never had a bad picture of yourself. Yeah, whoever. Yeah, okay. Without a crystal ball, tread lightly unless you want to get sued again. That's fine. All right, check out one more. Taylor Lorenz, who believes that I'm all right for not believing Blake Lively, is lying in my comments. This woman has been let go or left multiple media outlets because of her out of control and unethical reporting. This woman needs help. Yet there can only be one of you kinds of reporters, I think, huh? Katie doesn't like the competition. Oh, this is just going to be about politics. Yeah, the caption is kind of confusing. All right. I'm not getting all political about shit, and I'm not going to jump into that. We don't believe you, Blake. This is not how people act that are suffering emotional distress. Actual photo of Blake Lively suffering severe emotional distress at her movie premiere. This one's got a lot of comments. I think that most of the number of comments we've seen on posts so far has been like either around or under 100. This one has 1.3 thousand. What you're actually communicating to your followers with this quote, if you are a victim and you become emotionally distressed, you're not allowed to be seen smiling in public. If you do, your claims become invalid. You need to stay home. And if you happen to go outside, you need to look like shit and look miserable. Except we all know if she did look miserable, she'd be accused of acting. If she's truly suffering emotional distress in this photo, I want to ask, where was this acting all your film career? That's a little funny. Oh, I want to steal that meme. Yeah, no one has ever smiled through pain before, especially not while they're at work. I learned to ignore white women tears long ago. They are the most privileged to protected class of people on the fucking planet and stay fucking crying hell. Their tears have literally gotten innocent people killed or locked up. White women tears don't do shit to me. Blake Lively is a rich ass, pretty ass white woman. She does not go through a goddamn thing that matters. I don't even know. There's some truth to that, I think. People wear masks. You do not know their inner struggle. I hope you learn from this. This was days before my husband. Oh, yeah, I remember seeing this picture. This was days before my husband took his own life. Unaliving thoughts were there, but you never know. There's Chester Bennington. What an awesome way to show the world what little you know about an incredibly important topic that you have no business speaking about. Congratulations on having the dumbest take I've seen today. And that's the thing. Because Katie likes to claim to have some sort of inside knowledge on these things by her allegedly having gone through the same, or no, I'm sorry, not the same thing, but worse than the same things, in her past. It's always seems to always have to be worse. I don't know. But I can't help but to think though that going through something like that would make you more understanding, would make you realize that not everything is it seems that not everyone is who they seem, not, especially if you yourself hit a lot of your emotions throughout your struggles and everything, then you would know that other people might be doing the same thing too. And for you to then like gatekeeper or lay some sort of purity test or whatever on people, like judging how they wear their trauma. Like, that's just fucked up. That's kind of, I don't know, I feel like that's exploiting the trauma. You're using it rather than respecting it, I guess. I don't know. Let me check out comments here real quick. She's obviously getting paid to be a physical manifestation of a cluster B nuclear warhead. You were kind of, yeah, because I didn't want to read every single comment. That's why I kind of just ran through some of them and just trying to paint a picture, I guess. I can put a link though to this in the here. I'll do that now. So if anyone wants to go and read them for themselves, you can. Let me go back to her page here. There you go. Because there's a lot of comments. I can't. It'd take me all night to read them all. But here's the link if anyone wants to check it out. The definition is still up. I don't have the definition up anymore. Do I? But I switched it over. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why the hell that happened. All right. Did it take that time? There's more posts, so don't worry. I can still go through and read some. Actually, I want to refresh this a little bit. Let's see. I want to make sure that you guys are seeing the threads now too. I don't know why the comments didn't come up because I clicked it, share this tab instead. I don't know why it didn't take. I apologize. But hopefully now you guys can see them. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything new there. No, I want to. Sorry, it is getting a little late here. But I'm going to go through a couple more posts here, and then I'm going to jump over to Instagram and just show you what the Instagram comments look like. You know, the ones that she's able to kind of shape how she wants, I guess. And for some reason, everything on this page takes a minute to load. Or on this platform. There we go. What is this? Oh, about Michelle. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go up here. All right, there's no comments on that one. This one has 11. Not only are Ryan Reynolds' interviews filled with racist comments, but he's the king of oversharing and discussing inappropriate and highly offensive topics during interviews under the guise of comedy. Ryan Reynolds' public comments and disgusting admissions on late night talk shows is all about, quote, boys will be boys. Never one time have I heard Justin Baldoni speak this way in any interview. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay. Well, he may not have quite spoke like boys will be boys, but he definitely made some admissions. Anyway. Blake is not a victim, and they both went after the Justin dude. But you don't need to create things like this. That's his humor. He's known for his dark humor. Don't be another clown of the media and focus on the facts. You can find many out there. I agree. He is a funny dude. His humor is good. Shame he didn't put a stop to what she did to Justin. They could have just went on their merry way, and he would have been untouched. I think he hated Justin, not only because his wife was, oh my God, his wife was that sweet on him. but because he was envious, jealous, and Jay made him feel even more inferior and insecure than he already was because he could never be such an amazing human being. Justin is everything he's not. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh my God, stop. Ryan is known for his black humor. He is not a bad person for having a differing humor than you or others who don't like him. And it is funny how you all right now is pointing at it, but he has been like this for years and nobody had a problem with it back then. You are just really trying to find hate in everything they are doing and saying. If that is not bullying, I don't know what is. His jokes are so lame and not at all funny. He's a pretty funny guy, I gotta say. He's just a bad imitation of Jim Carrey. Oh, that's cold. That ain't right. That's fucking cold. Like, I think I'd cry if someone said that about me. This one here. Dear CIA operative for Blake Lively, if a hit piece about Justin Baldoni only uncovers that Justin and his team were too positive and it felt fake, this isn't a hit piece. This isn't controversial. Also, using lawsuits that were dismissed isn't a great benchmark to claim Justin is nefarious. Why isn't the LA Times talking about Ryan Reynolds' temper, inappropriate and sexual comments, and his theft of Deadpool from the Tim Miller? From the Tim Miller? Oh, wait. Justin Baldoni accused of toxic positivity by former employees amid Blake Lively lawsuit. It felt phony. I can see that. See, it's not that he feels phony to me. I don't know. And I know a lot of people don't agree with me, and that's fine. You don't have to. It's just hearing the way he talks about things. It kind of gives me the like nice guy, like the whole. I read read like the Reddit nice guy subreddit or whatever. That's how it kind of comes across to me. I don't know. Nobody talks about this racism and retaliation lawsuit that was settled was posted in Jan, so you can't blame the CIA guy. I don't know. I didn't know that. Where it wasn't a federal suit. It wasn't listed, I know. Toxic positivity is extremely real and, as the name suggests, very toxic. How does toxic positivity impact our mental health? Because toxic positivity discourages and denies a full expression of human emotion by labeling certain feelings as, quote, bad or, quote, unacceptable. People subscribing to this belief may suppress their negative or uncomfortable emotions, says so and so. Toxic positivity and the expectation of it is regarded as abuse, especially in the workplace and home. I think that might, I don't know. It sounds like it might be a stretch, but I could be wrong. And Ryan Reynolds slapping a child, which wasn't in the script. And saying that not only did the child like it, but then he blamed it on being possessed by a First Nation spirit. What the fuck? I need more context about that. And JB admitting he didn't always get consent and blaming it to his porn addiction. That's what Blake said. That's not what Blake said. That's what I heard Justin say that. Well, I don't know about the consent part. No, I think what I heard him say, he worded it differently, but he definitely blamed it on his porn addiction. I heard him say that. It was in an interview. That's what Blake said. She also claimed to have written the rooftop scene. I would take everything she says with a grain of salt. Also, Justin was talking about his R, but thank you for proving that you all don't care about victims, just like the racist piece of shits that you are supporting. Yeah, I gotta agree with this comment here. I'm not downplaying toxic positivity as it has its negative effects also, but compared to narcissism, bullying, accusing of sexual harassment, stealing someone's work, it's way worse. Way worse. I would have to agree with that. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Wait, let me see. Okay, yeah, they are up on screen. Okay. Baldoni was sued for racism. Okay, we already read that about that. Anyway, all right, we'll look at one more, and then I'm going to check out her Instagram. So this one is Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni are set for a hearing today about their protective orders for Discovery. I'll update later once the hearing is over. Good luck in court today to everyone but Blake Lively. Oops, wrong one. You hate other women, huh? Stop. If you think this is about hating other women, then may your sons or future sons work with someone like Blake Lively, and may their projects be stolen and themselves accused of sexual harassment. My only prayer is Justin gets justice. You want justice for a predator, but not for a woman? Get your legs to get what? That's all right. That's uncalled for. That is definitely uncalled for. It says, get your legs together. You won't see his dick. The trial will be behind closed doors. That's what it says. But that's totally uncalled for. I didn't ever think that growing more immature was a thing. Get help, Katie. Does she have a hair care line? Does anybody know that hair looks like falafel? And I love what? Okay. Wait a minute. Who was calling for a gag order on Discovery? I thought it was Justin's side. Or maybe it's both. I don't know. Huh. Did I miss the update? Okay, so real quick, we're going to jump on over and check out Instagram, and then I want to share one more thing, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Okay, so here's her Instagram. Now, not all of these showed up on her threads. That's weird. Maybe some of these are reels or something. Maybe. I don't know. My cat's so loud in the background. Okay. Oh, did you guys hear about the Menendez brothers? They're not getting out of prison now. I don't know how I think or feel about that. I haven't really kept up on any of that, so I don't know. Oh, okay. So this one here, though. On my Instagram, I did a little reel, I guess, of my own, where I kind of point some things out on this here that she got incorrect about this, but I want to point something out to you guys here. Watch the video here on the screen. I'm showing this, right? Yeah. Okay, so in a couple seconds, watch his left hand here. There's the arm, okay? They're going to start kissing again. And watch what he does with his hand. Right here. See, now does that look like he copped a feel? Because to me, I think that looks like he copped a feel. I don't. Maybe it was in the script. I don't fucking know. But I saw that, and the way she, she I don't know. It made me feel uncomfortable, I guess. Anyway, so here's a post of hers. And here's what the comments on her posts are saying. I'm starting to feel like there was actually intimacy and possibly an affair gone wrong. Okay. Christ. There was not. These scenes were filmed in front of cameras. They were filmed in front of cameras. Get the fuck out. Holy shit. How did they do that? And they were not getting along at all when this was filmed. That's so weird for her to bite him like that. She's acting. I don't know. Yeah, sure. It looks like it. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to hit the microphone. So was this before or after the candid recording of her aggressively pulling him in? Okay. She is so... See, and you're going to see a lot of these, but this has... Oh, this is a good question. Was this before or after the slow dance scene? Very critical to the lawsuit, but such a shame. Their chemistry looks very good. Katie says after. Slow dance was filmed in May 2023. This account says, this scene, she looks like she likes this man more than characters. It's... I don't... Do people not know that the actors act? Like, I mean... Do people realize that when they watch movies and there's a love interest, like I don't even know, like what's a big movie that had love interest, like Sleepless in Seattle or Pretty Woman, whatever, I don't care, pick any movie from any genre. Scotty, there's an O movie there, Euro Trip. Do they realize that there was nothing for Scotty to not know, that it was all acting, that Matt Damon really wasn't fucking that chick, you know, Scotty's girlfriend there? Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Holy shit, there was a movie with Michelle Trachtenberger, wasn't it? Oh my god, I didn't even mean to do that, but oh well. And again, do people realize that Buffy and Angel, they really weren't in love? You know, I mean, it's acting. Of course, if she didn't make it seem like she was really into the dude in this scene and on screen here, then she wouldn't have any acting jobs. She wouldn't be an actress. Cuckpool is behind this whole sex lawsuit. And see, this is exactly what I mean by what I'm talking about these other accounts, okay? 0 posts, 0 followers, and following 28 people. Now, it's... okay. And it's... oh, no posts yet. So it's not a private account. So there's that. But let's see here about this account. Former usernames too. And when was it created? Does it not tell me that? Pre-loved women's items. Postage starts at 10. Okay. Okay. All right. Back to here. Someone tagged the Perez Hilton, and Katie Joy comments, no follows me and liked the post before you tagged. Oh, okay. She loved him. That's actually an assault, someone says. Okay, so let me pull up one more. We'll do a more recent one. So I don't think I've seen this one yet. I'm in the process of uploading a new video to YouTube, which includes an exclusive email from a caregiver of Ryan Reynolds' late father, Jim. The story is pretty disturbing and so sad from what the worker experienced and how she alleges Ryan's father was treated by his wife and family. Make sure to run over to YouTube to hit the subscribe button and click the notification so you don't miss. Someone says, I don't understand why Ryan's mother was in a promo of It Ends With Us. That was weird. Like mother, like son. She enjoys the cameras too. Why was he in the promo? It wasn't his movie. Will you summarize the video to here too? No, of course not, because that doesn't give her, any AdSense. All right. So we're gonna pull up one more thing, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Let me see here. Oh, that too, yeah. So for anyone who's interested, I'm going to put a link here in the chat, and I'll put it in the description later on. This is I think this is to part 2. Actually, I'll get the link to part 1 and I'll share that. But there's a 3-part article or series or whatever written by I can't remember her last name. It's Cat. Her first name's Cat. Starts with a T, I think, her last name. She's Cat Tenbarge, it looks like. So apparently she has a new media outlet company. I don't know if she owns it, if she's just writing for it, but it's called Spitfire News. And she's written a 3-part, but I think she's only published 2 parts of it so far. Maybe there's 3, I'm not sure. I haven't been able to find it yet. But a 3-part series about oh no, this is part 1. Part 1. About it's titled The Blake Lively Story That Isn't Being Told. It's easy to manipulate what people see on social media or don't. And basically she's breaking down like the who these PR companies are and what their business model is, stuff like that. I don't know. I find that incredibly interesting. Like one of the articles that I still read every now and then is the disinformation one over on Medium by, I can't remember his name, Hamilton or something. It's very good. For the past few weeks, I've been working on a story about media manipulation and misogyny, 2 of the overarching themes in our culture right now. This is part 1, and I have a part 2 and 3 coming. She's since released part 2 that I know of. I have not been able to find part 3 yet, though. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the chat, and then I'm going to show you guys something over on Twitter. So here's, if you want to check, if you want to read it, read it. Not, whatever. I found it interesting. So, all right, let me get down here to what I was doing. Okay, I'm going to share. I'm going to show and then share. So let me show it. And then let me post the link here. Share. So this is Twitter. This is the account without a crystal balls, who we just call balls, basically. And because of the attack Katie was getting regarding when Katie made her post judging whether or not Blake looked upset enough or whatever, because of the backlash she got from that, she then felt the need, I guess, to bring up her own, like, I don't know, try to make herself sound more credible, maybe by sharing certain things. But the thing is, though, is that her story changes a lot over time, which I get. There will be some variations probably with anyone. I'm not judging her for that, whatever. But I'm to the point now, though, where I don't believe her. I don't. I've said this before. For the longest time, for years, I fully believed her. I stated as much every chance I got, but I don't believe her anymore. This here, Ball says, a revision of history, once again by Katie Joy. I've read the police report and the interrogation. Without a crystal ball, lied, was caught, bottles were sent to the lab. No R occurred, but Leo and Nick are the liar. But don't believe Blake. And that's the thing. That's the problem. She's insisting that Blake is lying. She doesn't want people to believe Blake. But she can tell any story she wants. And in the replies to this tweet, I posted something. I posted a link to a Google Drive account or a Google Drive folder or whatever file. And this was a collection of posts, of videos, of live streams, of blog posts or whatever that I found of Katie's that she had posted and made public and uploaded, where she told her story, but she named the person that she was accusing, and then she named the police department and the police detective and accused them of corruption, basically, and then lied. And in this post, she's telling even more lies. It's not like she's adding new information. That's not it, because I can understand how that could happen. She is taking information she's put out there and she's telling it to be something completely different. That's a lie, in my opinion. So I just wanted to point this out. So for anyone who might see this or whatever, and you want to sit here and think that she's some sort of voice of authority on things, I would just be leery of trusting that, because she may not be, anyway. Oh, okay, no, that's right there. She was commenting in response to the whole perpetual victim thing. That's right. Okay, let me make this bigger. Okay. Hi, friends. Rarely do I respond to negative comments, but today I want to make something clear. There is a disgusting narrative being pushed by Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds supporters and their digital army of trolls. The narrative is that anyone that does not believe Blake is a misogynist, doesn't understand being a victim of SA and SH, and is part of the, quote, alt-right, attempting to take down liberal celebrities. Boy, this seems like an awful lot for people to be conspiring into. Anyways, I've noticed an influx of abusive comments left on my videos and social media attempting to discredit by reporting and smearing me. I know this is happening to other creators as well. I've spoken to many in the community, including whoever they are, who have been also getting spammed and harassed in the recent days. This seems to be the way it goes with Katie, though, isn't it? I wonder what kind of emails they're getting. If I'm assuming it's emails, because that seems to be the chosen routes of communication whenever it surrounds Katie. So I'm wondering what kind of emails they're getting. I wonder if maybe they're similar to emails some other people have gotten in the past. My opinion. Who have also been spam harassment? Most of us have seen a dramatic change in the tone since Blake Lively hired an ex-CIA agent as her crisis PR team. Today, I found this comment in my most recent video. Now, the comment that she posted with this is the one that says, Katie knows all about being a perceptual or perpetual. I don't even remember what it said now, victim, okay? She could have just left it alone. But no, she took this opportunity to go into detail on what that comment was referring to, because she wants to make sure that everyone knows what that's in reference to. The individual is a public subscriber, as noted by their red badge. YouTube Creator Studio allows creators to see which comments are from subscribers and non-subscribers. FYI, many of you here regularly are still not subscribed. Please subscribe if you are watching my videos regularly. It's free and you will get notified when I load new videos. At least she took the opportunity there to put in that plug on this post. The commenter is suggesting that I know all about being a victim of SA and SH because I'm a perceptual one. I'm going to assume this is a typo because perceptual means of relating to in relation to immediate sensory experience. My guess is that they are suggesting that I'm a perpetual one. A perpetual victim is someone who always feels like they are being treated unfairly or wronged, even when there's no evidence to support it. In the video, I shared that I was SH'd at my previous employer where I worked for 13 years. I reported the incident to HR and the individuals were held accountable and disciplined. One of the men was eventually fired due to repeated inappropriate behavior to multiple women. This person is alleging that I constantly claim to be a victim of SA and harassment with no proof. The facts are that I am a victim of SA and harassment. I was a victim in 2007. I was drugged and SA'd by a friend. I went to police and my perpetrator lied to police about what happened. When I woke up, I could not walk. I had a hard time speaking, and my bedroom was a complete disaster. When I stood up to walk to go to the bathroom, I fell to the floor. Due to being drugged, I have limited memory of the events that occurred that night. I only remember waking once. Okay, I'm not going to go through all that. Just trigger warning if you want to read it, I guess. He told police that we were in a relationship or had been dating. Well, that's just brand spanking new because that was never uttered by him. In fact, he told the detective that she was mad because he said that he had a girlfriend and that girlfriend wasn't her, obviously. So yeah, she says we were not dating and had never dated because wait, what? Okay. So, oh no, it's right. She said that her kit was in process. She didn't say that she didn't have it done. Okay. The kit was done 12 hours afterwards. The nurse stated that no drugs would be found in my system, but I exhibited the physical signs of having been drugged. 12 hours after. Even in 2007, shit stayed in the system longer than that, like up to 24 hours. Most, all of them, I think. Some of them a little bit longer, but yeah, I'm not gonna go looking that shit up. I don't. It's not that pertinent to me that I prove that. You know what I mean? Many women that report SA and R to police are unfortunately not believed or their case is not prosecuted because the cases are often he said, she said, unless there is a violent attack by a stranger or committed by acquaintances, spouses, and significant other is rarely prosecuted. Those that involved the rugs there are even harder to prosecute because the rugs used metabolize quickly and last only a few hours. Once a person wakes up, the rug is unlikely to appear on a test. They rarely leave any traces on cups or bottles, so labs rarely can find any evidence. No, but they will leave traces in fluids in cans that if they were used, if that was the route of administration used, they will still be there like 24 hours later. There will still be a trace in those fluids. So, yeah, that's what was tested. Long story short, and sorry for the trauma dump, but I am a victim of SA. I'm also a victim of significant other. Okay. I was involved in a relationship that was both physically and sexually violent when I was in my 20s. I went through years of therapy after the relationship and R that occurred in 2007. The point being, I understand what it's like to not be believed. I know what it's like to have people attack and degrade me. Creators on YouTube have gone as far as to publish my 2007 R investigation as proof that I lied. Think about this sentence. She's saying in that sentence that someone went as far as to publish this report displaying proof that she lied. That's what she's saying. Now, here, this next part. The report is redacted. My interview with police is completely redacted. My name is redacted, and many details are not public to protect me as the victim. To which I call bullshit. Okay, her name, date of birth, this sort of shit redacted. Yeah, sure. And she didn't share that stuff. Well, maybe her name, but she did several live streams, a couple of video uploads, and dozens of comments, posts, tweets, blog posts, like probably close to 100, where she gave all of these details out herself. So nobody outed her as anything. She did. She even said the name of her alleged perpetrator. She said the name of the investigating police precinct or police agency. She even gave the name of the investigator. She outed all that. Nobody else did. She has since scrubbed it from the internet, I think probably by and large due to the fact that the person she alleged had, her alleged perpetrator, had attempted to take out a TRO against her because of how she wouldn't keep his name out of her mouth publicly on these large platforms. So there's that. Urged on by the people posting the R report, my perpetrator attempted to get a restraining order against me a few years ago. To my knowledge, nobody in this community ever spoke to her alleged perpetrator. I know I didn't. So I'm not sure how anyone urged him to do anything. His order was denied by the court. In the court filing, my perpetrator lied and stated that I was his ex-girlfriend. He claimed that I fabricated the claims because we broke up. I never dated him. We were never in a relationship. And I saw him one time in 2007, which they would have been incredibly stupid for him to have said, because the police report would have totally negated his claims there, because he said something different there. That's all I'm saying. Prior to that, we were high school Spanish partners in my 11th grade year. I had a boyfriend that was not him. We did not date in high school or after. I know what it's like to have people launch smear campaigns and attempt to discredit you. I have been sued by narcissists and have gone through what Justin Baldoni has experienced. Yeah. And was there another screenshot? Yep, there's one. This last one. Okay. I'm presently being sued by a cult leader in California, and he obtained an AEO in our case, alleging that I'm a danger to his safety due to my ability to report on the case. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds will Why is the apostrophe up there? That's not possessive, right? Why is she making that possessive? Okay, I'm sorry, I digress. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds will rely on trolls like the one below to discredit women and men like me that are standing up for Justin Baldoni. They will leave comments like the one below to make all of you doubt our credibility. Blake wants the public to believe that the only women that don't believe her are alt-right and misogynistic. You don't have to be alt-right to be misogynistic. Come on. The truth is that this case is not political and has nothing to do with politics for me. I am not a political channel. I rarely share my political views because they're not relevant to my reporting. Yeah, they are. I am a Democrat, but my platform welcomes all people. Period. I am a place where anyone can share their point of view as long as it's respectful. Oh my God. You will that my follower wait, what? You will that my followers are all over the political spectrum, but framing this as political is another ruse that Blake Lively's team is using to discredit any report unfavorable to her. Be mindful of the narratives being espoused in the mainstream media about this case. PR companies are 100% using media to push agendas. Exactly. They are. They are. I think that she's 100%. And I didn't share the screen for that. I apologize. I did not share the screen. So here, I'm going to just show you the screen that I just read real slow in case anyone wants to see it for themselves. So, she is right about that, in my opinion. All right, we're gonna and go back to that. Okay. So in my opinion, she is right about that because like this does seem to be like one PR company against another PR company, and they're just fighting it out here in the public sphere for everyone's entertainment, maybe. I don't know. Which is crazy to me because no one's gonna win in that fight. There's just gonna be a lot of tarnished people at the end of it. That's about it. No one's gonna come out ahead. But it's annoying because people, I think, just will end up losing interest though, because you can't really invest your time into something when you can't even tell which side is likely being honest or is likely being real with you, and neither of these companies will be that. That's the very nature of their job is to spin shit. So they spin shit. So yeah. It's tough, I think. I don't know. But anyways, on that note, I'm going to wrap this up. It's late and I'm tired. But thanks for being here, everyone. It's going to be Tuesday. I'm not going to be streaming on Tuesday at all. I'm definitely going to do something on Wednesday. I'm hoping to publish some shit, though, on Wednesday. But I don't know. We'll see. So thanks for being here, guys. Have a good night. Bye. Where is it? There it is.